The U.S. First Lady, Melania Trump, has announced that she'll be visiting Ghana, Malawi, Kenya and Egypt on her solo tour of Africa in October. She revealed the details of her trip to the continent at a meeting on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, calling the countries four beautiful and very different countries. Mrs. Trump said the trip will be organized with the U.S. government's International Aid Agency and would be part of her Be Best campaign. The campaign aims to improve child welfare as regards online behavior and addiction to drugs.
Thanks for joining us.
Let's get more on this story now from an international affairs analyst, Calvin Dark. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Melania will be visiting Ghana, Malawi, Kenya and Egypt. What could have influenced her choice of these countries?
Well, I can't say for sure, but let me tell you where I think the thinking was. First of all, I think that the relationship that President Trump has with the heads of state plays a lot because, you know, when he gets along with someone, he considers them a friend. And that would definitely be true with President Kenyatta of Kenya, Sisi in Egypt, who President Trump has been bragging about his relationship with this week at the UN. Also, in the particular case of Egypt, it is a win not only for Trump's reputation for Africa, but also for the Middle East. So I think that was a lot going behind the thinking. Also, the cooperation with USAID for all of those countries is going to allow them to highlight some very important success stories, which will definitely help the Trump administration in their reputation with Africa, which, as we all know, is not a good one.
So this is her first major solo trip, and it's expected that all eyes will be on her. What really does the U.S. First Lady have to offer to Africa on this visit?
Well, I think that depending on the projects she chooses, which we know it'll be dealing with children's welfare, so they'll be worthy causes, her presence will give much needed world attention to the places she visits and the causes she supports. So that's great. What I do think may be unfortunate, as you know, President Trump tends to put his foot in it, whether it be by tweets or something he says. So she is going to be vulnerable to something that he says or tweets during her trip that may take all of the good focus away from what she's trying to do.
Yeah, so President Trump himself is yet to visit any African country. Do you see him visiting after Melania's trip in October?
No. I mean, frankly, I don't see him doing that, but I do see, if this doesn't get overshadowed by the midterms and the other scandals that Trump is dealing with, I do see him using this as a proxy to say he and the administration care about Africa.
International affairs analyst Calvin Dark. It's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you.